Hi, this is Christine and welcome to my channel, and today is about the new silver and gold laws that maybe you're not aware of that is really threatening control really. So I'm going to go into the live today just to talk to you about some of the, well, there's old laws, but there's also possibly new laws that is coming in as well. So hi everyone, welcome to tonight's live, and I'm so excited that I'm able to talk to you in this way. For example, I just want to say thank you to subscribers and the comments as well and the likes. I appreciate it. Keep it coming. I will answer the questions that you have. I also want to say that I am, you know, just an ordinary person that is interested in gold and silver. I am not a financial expert, and you should always seek financial advice when you're looking at making big investments. So let's dive in, shall we? So if you are holding silver or gold, or even thinking about it, you need to know what's happening right now, because the Federal Reserve is panicking. And new laws are being pushed across the US and globally as well that could give them more control over how we store and use real money, for example. But here's the twist, okay? Whilst the feds are tightening, some of the US states are doing exactly the opposite. Now, I spoke about the other day how there's some US states that have created a law where they're making gold and silver, for example, a monetary aspect, a system. It's been around for years in some states, and they're bringing it back so that it's actually coming back to life again. So they're moving really towards freedom, towards sound money, and I believe that's what we all really want as well. So stick with me tonight. I'm going to break this all down for you. So if you are a stacker, type stacker in the chat here, okay? And if you believe in financial independence as well, type that in as well, financial independence as well. So if you feel something big is coming, like how the feds are panicking, they know something big is coming, and we all know there's something big is coming. We're seeing signs, there's patterns, the tariffs, the economic uncertainty at the moment. So let's look at why the Fed is losing control. So let's start with this, right? So the US dollar is under pressure, as we know, globally and domestically as well. So the inflation is proving far less transitioning as well than what we were told. So more people are turning to real assets. You know, we're all starting to wake up, especially silver and gold. And digital alternatives is what we're looking at, for example. So like the CBDCs are being tested to regain control. And the government sees that they are losing this narrative as well. So we're now seeing signs. There's more aggressive regulation proposals are being done, executive orders. We're seeing all of this, tighter tracking of your assets as well, purchasing power. Have you ever noticed when you go to the bank or you want to withdraw money and you have to fill out a form, for example, or if you want to make a payment, sometimes they're there to protect you as well, the banks. But you can also see the signs that if you want to make a payment, that they're wondering, oh, this is going out of the country, why is this? So there's more tighter tracking happening now, for example. The digital ID systems are being discussed to really talk about your asset ownership as well. So they want to really trace your money, and it's programmable money as well. It's called the controlled money. So in the chat, type no thanks if you don't want the feds tracking every transaction that you make. It's okay to protect your money, and if someone is, using your money, then yeah, you do want to be, notified so that it gets stopped and blocked, for example. But if it's you making a genuine transaction, then there's something wrong here. So what's coming down the pipeline? I'm going to go into this. There's the Senate Bill 686, could eventually reach precious metals through anti-money laundering expansions, for example. The UK and the EU, for example, are proposing laws where unexplained assets like gold could be seized, for example. More banks are flagging silver and gold purchases, for example. So like when you purchase gold and silver, for example, you may have to fill out a form of, the person's name, address, etc., for example. So this is clear. They don't want you to hold real money that they can't control, for example. Let's look at this and let's talk about this, okay? So we're seeing more and more states actively participating in the monetary, bringing back the monetary renaissance, for example. Now, I was listening to a video the other day, it was yesterday actually, and JP Cortez, he's an executive director of the Sound Money Defense League, for example. He recently spoke about this with Daniela Cambone about how US states are fighting back, pushing for real monetary freedom, for example. Now, he explained that there's several states are removing taxes on gold and silver, which is brilliant, right? Recognizing metals as a legal tender again.